Hello everyone. My name is Ali. I am originally from Afghanistan. My parents, my story, one of the thousand millions of other refugees, other Afghan refugees who escaped from Afghanistan during Soviet Union invaded to Afghanistan about more than 40 years ago. So my parents escaped to the neighbor country like Iran, like many others. So I was born in a refugee family in Iran. Even more than 30 years, refugees, Afghan people stay in that country. We never got citizen, so we never got the basic rights like normal education, normal work, and like basic right like medical insurance, driving license, bank account, and normal school, always forbidden for refugees. So I, with all these problems and difficulties and limitation, I finished high school and also start to going to university in computer science. Also, I remember one things about when I was like grade 8, 7, I was top 3 student in the school. So usually the top 3, top 5 of each school they bring to the better school, but because I am Afghan refugee, they said no, you cannot join to that school. That makes me disappointed. So this kind of things happened several times. Also affect my education, and almost several times I give up, but I start again. So about one day, difficulties, always police ask money, stop refugees everywhere in Iran, and ask money and check the document. One day police stopped me, and 2014, the early 2014, and asked about the documents, money. That time I don't have enough money, so that's why they deported me to Afghanistan. So first they take my phone, my everything belongings to me, and they bring me to the one big place in the near to the border, and thousands of people there. Only for thousands of people, only 4 toilets, for example, and that's not enough for that people, and very terrible. So after that, they deported these people by bus to the border and Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, because I was born in Iran and my accent like Iranian people, Afghan people always thinking these people like spy from Iran, but actually not. I don't have place, stateless, countryless, not in Iran. I have place to stay also not in Afghanistan. Only I had one friend in Afghanistan long time ago. He was in Iran and deported as well. So I called to him, borrow phone from someone in the border of Afghanistan, and my friend Nasser said, you by bus, you come to the Ghazni city. So Ghazni city where he lived. So after that I came to that city, and Nasser said, I have bookstore, you can help me, you can sleep in bookstore, and let's see what we can do in the next. So Nasser was Christian. Nasser sharing the gospel and joining to the Bible study, teach people about the Jesus. So it is very dangerous, but that time I didn't know how dangerous it is. It was, and after that, after I several times I joined with Nasser in this secret Bible study. Also, in the bookstore, many different topic of books include Bible. So I don't know. Maybe some of that customer I sell the books, maybe from Taliban spy or something like that. So one day in the morning I opened the bookstore. There is a warning letter from Taliban, and they wrote, you Nasser and you Ali, we will kill you in everywhere in Afghanistan if you don't stop to sharing the gospel to people and Christianity, and about the yes, also you should stop this bookstore as soon as possible. After that, Nasser and I bring this warning letter to the police. Police in Afghanistan also from Pashtun people, and they like mafia. They said, no, don't worry, we will protect you. You just continue your job. After that, one day, after several days, a few days later, in the noontime, I went out to buy food for me and Nasser, and I heard about shotgun. I was very afraid, and I just ran to the bookstore, and I saw the Nasser just fall down in the floor, and with his clothes full of blood and red. And I bring him to the hospital, but unfortunately he died. And I remember last time he very difficult breathing, and I called to his father, Nasser died. Come to the hospital as soon as possible. After his father come, his father said to me, you should go from this city, you should go from Afghanistan, quit as soon as possible. They will kill you as well. Because I am from, after that I came to, I escaped to Kabul and just hide in the one place, and I asking to the people, I want to, I looking for some people to help me to exit from Afghanistan. Someone helped me, and I came to India, Malaysia, after that Indonesia. I am originally from Hazara ethnic type, and also most of the people in Afghanistan government from Pashtun, Taliban, most of them from Pashtun, always Pashtun, like 100, 200 years ago, always discrimination against Hazara people like me, and so for always government from Pashtun people. So it is very, very difficult for us for find job in Afghanistan. And after that, when I escaped to Afghanistan to Indonesia, now about 9 years I am in Indonesia, almost same as Iran. I am refugee, no any basic rights, no right for work. Also same problems in Iran, maybe worse. So now, always during these 9 years, I am depend on the other people's help, like charity organization, or for food, for surviving, for pay the rent. Always problem, and sometimes, many times during 9 years, I am just give up. I don't want to. When I sleep, I don't want to wake up. The recently 15 people refugee committed suicide. One of them, my friend. 1 week before he did commit suicide, I was in his place. He talking with me, sharing about his stress, his problems, sickness for several hours. After 1 week, his neighbors called me. My friends did commit suicide. So it is also self-immolation from some refugees in Indonesia, in 2 cities just recently, by benzene, and in front of the UNHCR office building. So also almost every day, every week, I heard about the news about the father, mother, sister, brother of refugees, family in Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, passed away or killed by Taliban bombing. But we are very far in Indonesia. We cannot be in the last time, even we cannot join in the grave event, like a funeral event. So always very disappointed, and many of refugees just feeling stress and almost become crazy, some of them. So now my future is only UNHCR process. Always said 1% of refugee only has chance to be resettled in the third country, like Australia, America, New Zealand, and Canada. But you should wait 10, 20, or 25 years for that. They never say to you the exact time how long you should wait. And it is only one another solution, another hope for refugee is Canada private sponsorship program for refugees, which is not new, more than 40 years long in Canada. And the first start, I think, when I saw in history the Vietnamese refugees first accepted by Canada, and this program needs this two way. One of them is G5, group of 5 Canadian people can sponsor refugees. Another one is community from can be church, charity organization, or another kind of community can sponsor a refugee. For that, a sponsorship needs fundraising for $17,000 for each refugee, one person, individual, for 1 year stay in Canada, for rent, for food, for clothes, for everything. So it is only one hope for refugees in Indonesia. Several of my friends already success for that process and already find some good Canadian people. One of them, my friend, 2019, and he just communicated with some Canadian people in internet, and one of them accept, and just a few months ago he just moved to Winnipeg City, Manitoba, in Canada. And it is I hope only I hope I can find a sponsor for myself also, and save my life, not only my life, my future, my generation, because I am not yet married until now. So it is only solution for us. The good news is I have eligible for UNHCR refugee status. So I have refugee card. This is very important for that Canada private sponsorship program. So I can do that. Thank you so much.